today to dedicate, consecrate, and use this medicine wheel as we search for harmony, balance, and healing on earth. We're going to use out of our medicine wheel book, Carillion Shaman Medicine Wheel by the Right Reverend Sir Lori Denman, the new elder. We got to update that already, don't we? We're going to use an devoking or reversing and an invoking walking pattern from out of this book. There are patterns for a lot of things, and over time, hopefully, we'll use the wheel in other ways. So if we could all get up and try to kind of observe some social distancing and with your mask, we always want to enter from the east. And so if that's the north, this is the east. So if we'll enter here, and what we're going to do is we're going to devoke or remove any energy by walking in a circle that way. And then we'll come out of the circle, come back in, and invoke energy by going that way. Okay. So if we'll play follow the leader, okay. And as everyone else finishes, we're using the raven, the crow, the dragonfly, the stag, the bear, the raccoon. What was that one, Sheriff?
This one? Skunk.
Skunk?
Yep.
Fox. And so those of you on Zoom, those are the animals we're touching as we remove the energy from this wheel. Okay, and we'll again enter from the east, and by most traditions, you usually enter from the east, as I did the research. So we'll go the reverse way to now invoke energy into this, and certainly as we walk, those of you that are here and those of you on Zoom, think about the animals that we're touching as we go. The hawk, the fox, the raccoon, the skunk, the bear, the stag, and the dragonfly. And that's our crow. Oh. This book that Lori wrote has that walk as well as many others and a lot of information. That and other resources will be kept in the copper mailbox. Eventually, it'll be mounted in the flower bed out there. So this will be a resource that you'll always have at your disposal. The Cherokee actually invoke by walking the same way we did reverse, and then, no, clockwise, and then the other way. They do it 4 times each. So there are various traditions, and as you do research, you could find a lot of information. Probably one of the most important is the red road and the blue road. This would be the life road and the death road to learn lessons of the afterlife or the physical life. So that would be, you might notice the blocks, the red ones and the blue ones in between the spirit animals, and that would be those 2.
Which one's which?
The red road goes west. It's the red blocks.
Is that the death or the life?
Oh, life. So those are 2 of the most, most used roads, and you'll hear about those in almost every tradition from my research. Then we have information on each of the animals, a little bit about their meaning and what they are important for, including the cross quarters, the nation stones, and the spirit stone. Each of them are covered in here. And then toward the back of it is where you will find the various walking patterns that you can use for various purposes and reasons. As I mentioned, Cherokee, Native Americans, in my research, I was fascinated because they actually do a medicine wheel without anything on the ground. They have a space that they consider their sacred space, and they do all their walking, talking to the animals, but with nothing. And it's funny because we've talked a lot recently about what if we don't have the stuff, and so that's why I was very fascinated by the fact that they just have that space set aside. And for them, 4 is really important. And here, just to give you a little bit of interesting info, 4 is a sacred number, 4 chambers of the heart, 4 seasons, 4 forces of nature, 4 stages of human development, 4 elements, and 4 directions, and then the 4 states of being. So there's meaning to every one of these different traditions, and it is very interesting and very fun. When you come to use the medicine wheel, either as a group or individually, feel free to use it as you're led, and that's the point of sharing that. And again, do keep in mind, if you Google, you're going to find all sorts of things. This one is a shaman medicine wheel. It was designed that way. So if you want to know a little bit more about Lori's, read her information or Google shaman medicine wheel. Regardless of what you do or what you use, anthropologists agree that the medicine wheel is at least hundreds of years old. And some believe that evidence found dates it to 100,000 years old. So regardless of how old it is, it's obviously an ancient tool to walk passive wisdom and to connect to all that is living and seeking, and while we seek balance for ourselves and with nature. What I'd like to do at this point is pause for a minute. I kind of gave Lord Don and Lori a heads up that we would like for them to kind of do a blessing, an oracle if you want, whatever, over this medicine wheel, because this has been a little while coming. Lori had one in her backyard for a long time before she moved, but this is one of the first projects we're finishing here, so it's important that we get it properly dedicated. So I would ask Lori and Lord Don to come and do their thing.
Beloved Mother Goddess, we ask you to join us this day as we dedicate the Chosen Path Church medicine wheel. We ask you to connect our members to the animal medicine here present and to fill them with understanding and peace as they use this medicine wheel as they see fit. We ask you to bring your blessings upon this space and all those who enter into it. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Beloved ancestors, you who have gone before, we ask you to be with us and to bless this circle and all who use it. And we ask you, beloved ones, what, if anything, you would say on this occasion. And they say, we want you to know that many good things will come from this place, and much growth shall occur. You will find that the fullness of the mission of this place is only partly revealed, though much more remains to be seen. And that this will come forward from the doing. That all who come here shall grow, whether they realize it or not. That all who come shall add, whether they realize it or not. As you go forward, this circle shall glow brighter and stronger. It shall be a conduit of great energy into this world. We want you to know that we are very pleased and very proud and very happy to see these things occur. And may you be blessed always. And these then are the words of the ancestors.
It's my hope that y'all come and use this anytime you want. It doesn't have to be a gathering. It doesn't have to be ready to let you know you're here. First, use the medicine wheel. One of the things Patti Parker is doing is in the mailbox, there will be a notebook with rip out pages and a couple of pens. And as you do your meditations, you can write down the messages that you're getting or the feelings that you're getting and take that page with you so you can study it later.
And they can also leave, if they're led to share a message for others, they can leave the page in.
Yep.
Because it may be for the next person or the next after
Right.
that.
Right. But this is a tool to be used constantly, not just for special occasions. If you've never worked with the medicine wheel before, a great way to get started is to just bring your camp chair and park yourself in a corner. Pick a quarter and just talk to the animal medicine that's in that quarter and get to know that quarter. And then once you experience the animal medicine of those, move on to the next quarter and see what messages those animal guides have for you. It's a great way to bond your energy with the medicine wheel. Is actually just spend time sitting there and meditate. I want to thank Patti Parker for leading this project. I mean, she has done this thing from A to Z other than training some of the animals on. We had a COVID-friendly, COVID protocol night where we all got together and did the stenciling for the animals, but that's all the help that she has had. She has done this whole project and she's done a wonderful job.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Patti Parker.
A gift of service.
What it's all about.
Mm-hmm. And thank you too for that. Thank you for the effort. In fact, what I want to do now is I invite you to use this wheel for a few minutes, as long as you like. You can walk the red road or the blue road, or pick up the book and walk one of the different roads. Or you can simply walk straight to an animal and have a chat with that animal. I've left some index cards out and some books that will help you interpret. Thanks, Rex. He's lent me several things that he has. So there's a lot of material here. Aside from Lori's deck, there's a lot of other material here. So if you go out and one animal is calling to you, but you maybe aren't really sure why, maybe use that reference material. So what I would encourage you to do online, I know Lori put the deck on.
Yes, it's on Chosen Path in the file section.
So that would tell you what animals were here. Perhaps this would be the time you want to open that up and maybe virtually take a look at what animals are speaking to you. So I've invited everybody to just go ahead and wander. One of my favorite, ma'am. We'll do that after.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. No, we won't forget.
Okay.
So I would invite everybody to take a few minutes and wander. And then, and those on Zoom, if you would do that too. And we'll maybe take 5 or 10 minutes to do that. So everybody's welcome. You want me to hold that? You want to wander?
Sure.
Okay. Or you can keep filming. Does any, first of all, there are some little index cards. If you want to jot down anything to take with you to think about or research later, feel free to use them or feel free to not. They'll also be in the mailbox. So there'll always be pens and things like that. Is there anything anybody wants to share from their walk? Any sharing at all? We always want to ask that. What did he say?
He said that we are building the future.
Let's start. The owl always speaks to me, and I'll have to, I mean, obviously wisdom, but I'll have to go back and read more about the owl to see what else he might be trying to tell me about prejudice. So what we want to do now is we want to, first of all, certainly thank, in this space, we already are cut away from the mundane. This is already a sacred space, so we're in a sacred space and the entire property. What we want to do to preserve that is we want to take crystals and just with little spoons, we're going to put a crystal under each stone. A lot of the Native Americans do this because no matter what, over time, if the stones are moved or somebody comes and picks them up to work in their garden, whatever happens, those crystals that are buried in the ground will always be there, therefore preserving the energy. What we have here is we have a tray with various crystals that we'd like everyone to, Everyone here is going to just pick a crystal, and we'd love if those of you on Zoom, if you have a particular animal that you would like us to bury a crystal on your behalf, we would be more than delighted to do it for you since you're here. And those of us that are here, we have little spoons, and we're just pick a place or pick where you feel led, grab a crystal and bury. We also have for the spirit stone, for the big spirit stone, we have a large piece of quartz, smoky quartz, dark quartz that I mined out of the Arkansas mountains that we're going to put under the spirit stone. So this came directly from the earth, and we are returning it with that same energy to the earth.
Hey, Patty, there was somebody wanted to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Patty,
Yes,
do you
ma'am.
have any rose quartz you could put with the hummingbird? Or
we
a
will
piece
get,
of just plain quartz would do.
okay, we will get rose quartz under the hummingbird for you, dear.
I will get a rose quartz.
We'll get it under, if I don't have it here, or she doesn't have it here, we'll be sure it gets there.
Rex, do you want a bloodstone under anything?
You want it under the owl?
Under
Hawk?
the
There's a hawk.
yeah, under the hawk.
Under the hawk,
Yes,
bloodstone?
please. Yes, please.
And yours was the hummingbird, Pam?
Yes.
Rose quartz under the
Yes,
hummingbird.
hummingbird.
Okay.
It's hard to tell when they're
Okay.
It's so hard. It's hard to identify them when they're polished, and it's hard to identify them when they're raw. It's like, yeah. Oh, there's a whole caterpillar under here. Look. What is it?
Makes perfect sense.
Ah, spider. Spider over here is connected. That's interesting because the spider is not 2 stones behind you. Yep. And there's a fun stuff. Pretty fair-sized spider crawling across there. He's trying to eat both.
It extra sweet poison.
Okay, which one? Hummingbird. Hummingbird is this one.
Yeah, and then
Phoenix. No, or raven. No, Phoenix.
the raven's back there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Thunderbird. And we're gonna rate and do a rose quartz under there for 15. Watch the same. Just like the other day. The snake, and there was one. Yeah, I knew it was coming. He was there too.
Yeah, somebody's calling me to, had the feeling to pull a picture.
Somebody wants one?
Yeah, apparently.
I got a baby grasshopper.
Oh,
I don't know, baby, that's different. You don't have a
I
grasshopper.
believe it's grasshopper and otter first. Anyway,
We don't have a grasshopper on our wheel, do we? Mr. Oh, you kind of got a stone under you.
it must be baby grasshopper too. Another one over here.
Well, when you're just strange, okay?
Sorry, Ann. There you go.
Everyone? Apparently so, it's this bag. Did Lori go to the line for the rose quartz?
Fastening it into it.
yep. He's forging it up.
Who else is on there besides,
Just coming, Rex.
thank you. And Rex said he didn't have anything special?
You wanted a bloodstone under
Hawk.
Oh,
I don't have one.
okay.
I'm gonna get it.
We'll owe him one under Mr. Hawk. I'm gonna dig your hole, Mama. Have you got all of them done? Put that little thing on top when you do it.
So we know they've been
Are you just management team?
because
Bowen.
we learned that from Crystal Bingo. Yeah, over here.
Okay.
The pearls.
Yeah, here's a button. And this one, they have. And the mice. We're dying. They're cute little mice with their cute little tails.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to walk out here and drop the stone in? Okay. I got this.
Energize it from there.
Yeah, energize it from here. There, I mean. Okay. More standing in my head. I got you. I don't know what all this stuff does. All right, so we need to add a bloodstone over there for the hawks, and then we'll have everybody taken care. Unless anybody else says they want a specific stone, we can add it. Okay. All right. If we could just get in a big circle and just finish out by being together in a circle, the power of the circle. Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm determined I really don't like my voice on that. Sound like a kook. Okay. You heard a ritual I did a bit ago. You remember we talked about that light inside of us that was the combined energy of all of us? I'd like everybody to think about that combined energy right now, and let's focus it in on the medicine wheel, because this is about all of us and the messages and the harmony and the answers that this wheel is going to provide. So our united and combined energy, we're sending into this medicine wheel on this day. It shows in past first. May this wheel continue to speak to each of us and perhaps to others as they see us using it. We ask that the goddess, the God, be with us. We thank the ancestors for visiting with us today. And we just ask that this wheel be a strong beacon of the energy that all of us possess and share together as a group. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
That concludes our dedication.